All right, guys, welcome back to the Casual Fandom Check-In. And boy, the New York Knicks are NBA champions again for the first time in 53 years. The New York Knicks are NBA champions. Wow, a lot to unpack here, man. It was a pretty good finals. Obviously, the Spurs, not if you're Spurs fans, but as a neutral fan, you got to see a lot of close games, a lot of crunch time games, um, and everything there. So overall, I'm glad that every game came down to the wire as a neutral fan. Um, but boy, the New York Knicks pulled it out, and the Spurs showed you how inexperienced they are, man. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson won an NBA championship before Luka Doncic. Just want to put that out there. Jalen Brunson won an NBA championship before Luka Doncic. Okay. Karl Anthony Towns adds to the list. As a Timberwolves fan, it hates me to say that, but Karl Anthony Towns has added to the list of Timberwolves who have left and then went on to win a championship. Kevin Garnett, Kevin Love, Andrew Wiggins, now Karl Anthony Towns. Except for Jimmy Butler. It's still fuck Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler still ain't getting no chip. So Wiggins and Cat, I know they laughing. I know they laughing at Jimmy now. They won that battle. Well, they lost that battle, but they won that war. So shout out to them. But yeah, the New York Knicks, man. Jalen Brunson, a 45 burger to close out the NBA Finals. Wow. That's it's tied for the most points in a closeout game, with 23, Michael Jordan. So elite company right there, man. It's just it was a great season for the Knicks. And these playoffs, I mean, it was sneaky dominant, man. They lost to one team twice. They lost to two teams. One team beat them twice, and it wasn't the team that was just in the NBA Finals playing against them. It was their first round matchup. The Atlanta Hawks they might be able to get away with saying they're the second best team in the NBA, for the sake of argument. But yeah, it's impressive, man. I'm glad to see that they were able to pull this out. Madison Square Garden was turned. Um, Wait a minute, they were in San Antonio. That's how amazing it was. Knicks fans, man. Knicks fans travel, man. I don't think they'll ever play a road playoff game ever again, man. That's how insane it is. Um, and yeah, they deserve it, man. The Knicks, they went out. Shout out to Jalen Brunson for taking that pay cut a couple years ago, and it's really paid off, man. This is what they envisioned when he took that pay cut, being able to build an NBA championship roster with Karl Anthony Towns getting paid almost $60 million, OG Anunoby getting $40 million, Mikal Bridges getting $30 million, and so on and so forth. It's impressive that they were able to pull this out. Shout out to Mike Brown. Mike Brown obviously got the job done with this roster. They had some questions towards the end of the season on whether or not they could get it done. Had some issues early on with Cat and the lineups and the offense, and they had a losing streak. I can't remember what losing streak they went on, but man, it was impressive, man. It was impressive. And I'm glad we got a good series. We got a solid series, I'd say. Um, it was sure as hell entertaining, man. It was sure as hell entertaining, from the flagrant fouls, from the trash talk, from the Wemby slander, from obviously the leads that San Antonio choked every game. It was amazing, man, and it was a great basketball season, man. And I guess this is why this second apron is here, man. The second apron is here for the NBA parody. It's worked out so far in the past, what, 4 seasons? I mean, the second apron has kind of been a pain in the ass the last 3 years is when it's got really strict, I think. Um, but ever since, I mean, it's been 10 years, or not 10 years, I can't remember. Uh, 8 years since a team has been back and repeated. I think the last time, or back-to-back finals, I think that was what it was. It was the Warriors. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. It's just it's fun, man. Shout out to, even though Adam Silver, man, I still hate Adam Silver. He lets a lot of bad get it, go. But I mean, second apron, even though it's a pain whenever you're a GM and you're trying to build a roster, but it really has contributed to the parity of the NBA. So I do think we got to give some credit there um, to Adam Silver. Um, but impressive from the Knicks and Leon Rose for being able to get that roster done. And it's interesting. I'm glad they got it done now because it's about to be a crazy offseason, man. We don't know who's going. Giannis is on the move. John Morant's probably on the move. Kyrie Irving. Obviously, all these other players, Austin Reeves, LeBron. So there's a lot of players that'll be on the move. Jaylen Brown could be on the move too. So yeah, man. Shout out to the New York Knicks, man. I just want to dive more into this, man. Josh Hart had an amazing game today. OG Anunoby did his part. Even though Cat had obviously a terrible game, fouling out, only had 2 points. That's the Cat that I'm, used to seeing. So, yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Josh Hart had a great game, but Jalen Brunson carried him. Mikal Bridges had a really good game too. So shout out to Mike Brown, man. He was able to manage. I mean, he kind of knew that the Spurs were getting off to a good start every game, and he made sure his team was able to handle it throughout the game. He managed it throughout the ebbs and flows. He was able to figure it out and make sure that they came out on top. And they did, and it's good to see. It's, as a neutral fan, obviously, I want to see the Timberwolves win, because they're my team. But it's good to see a team, like 2 different teams, to be able to cheer for every year. So, and this year was the Knicks. You always have a likable team. OKC wasn't likable last year, but you had Indiana. Before that, Boston wasn't really likable, but you had Dallas. Dallas was sort of likable. And so on and so forth. It's just been really good for the NBA since they've made these changes. And yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's shout out to the Knicks again, man. This is crazy, man. I'm just looking forward to the day, man. The Timberwolves will that Larry got to come to Minnesota, man. Larry got to come to Minnesota, man. Hopefully, man. Hopefully we can get that soon. But yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting, man. We're obviously gonna break down the off season and see what happens. The Knicks, let me see who the Knicks free agents are. I don't think they have too many free agents. I think the Knicks are. I think Jose Alvarado is probably their only NBA free agent. I know they gotta make that extension for Brunson. I don't know if they'll do that this year or not. It's gonna be interesting how that goes. I mean, I don't think it'll be interesting. I'm pretty sure it's a no-brainer. Hey, I took care of y'all, by taking this pay cut, and we got a championship. So y'all damn sure better get me, some money. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Cat is making $57 million next year. OG 42 and a half. Jalen Brunson 38 million next year. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna sign the extension this year. Or I think okay, so he's extension eligible next year. He's not extension eligible yet, so yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Jose Alvarado is their only unrestricted free agent. Or excuse me, he has a player option. Everybody else is just like regular guys. Shamit, interested to see what happens with him. Clarkson, I'm sure they can replace Clarkson, Sohan, and then everybody else is just Mitchell Robinson. Oh, Mitchell Robinson, that's a big decision. We'll see what happens there. But for the most part, I think Knicks will be able to bring all their players back, or most of their players back, and try to make another run at it, see if they can repeat, See if they could do what no other team has done since Golden State. So that'll be interesting. Um, and we'll see, man. I think the East next year is gonna be really, really, really good. I mean, this year obviously the New York was able to run through them, swept the Cavs, swept the Sixers, and obviously beat the Hawks in 6, and then they dominated the. I mean, it doesn't look like they dominated the Spurs, but they dominated them when it mattered. And obviously they won in 5. So, yeah, the Knicks were able to do what they do best: come back and win the games. And if you're San Antonio, man, this is gonna hurt because I mean you've got contracts that are kicking in next year. I think well you got to obviously sign Wemby to his extension this year, which is not gonna kick in. Um, but I think they got some space to get to that first apron. Um, they're not close to getting to luxury tax either. So De'Aaron Fox is their biggest contract. We're gonna see what happens there. Obviously, De'Aaron Fox just had one of the worst games you can ever have, one of the worst series you can have as a guy making $50 million. Um, and then obviously Devin Vassell's getting paid $27, not a bad contract. Interested to see what they do with Keldon Johnson. I know he just won, $6 million a year. As we saw in the playoffs, it damn sure didn't translate. So we'll see what happens there. But Wemby's gonna get that extension this year. Uh, what do you do with Dylan Harper, man? Dylan Harper showed up, balled out, man. I don't know what you do with Dylan Harper, man. Like they gotta. I mean, you gotta figure this out. You got a $50 million roadblock, man. You gotta figure out a way to get him out and get him onto the court, man. He showed up. He was their best player tonight. So they got to figure out a way to get him going, and they got a lot to develop in the offseason for sure. But yeah, Champagne's gonna get a raise. But everybody else, they got just their vets. All their vets are free agents, so hopefully they'll probably get some new vets in, maybe keep one or two of them. But obviously, this experience is gonna carry with the Spurs, so. Hopefully they're able to, make a run next year. OKC will be back. Denver should be back. LA should be better. Minnesota should be better. And then there's some teams. There's always a team that comes out of nowhere. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Yeah, the New York Knicks are the 2026 NBA champions, man. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Alvarado, Mitchell Robinson, Huck Porty. Deuce McBride was terrible, but shout out to Deuce McBride, Andrew Shaman, and everybody else that played. Even Jeremy Sohan, who played nine seconds. But he did something. I don't know what he did, but he did something. But yeah, man, this sucks the end of the NBA season, but there's a quick turnaround, man. You get right back to it. You get right back to the draft is in 10 days. You got obviously free agency on July 1st. And then we'll probably see some moves in the next week. Once that happens. Once that happens, then you'll kind of see all the dominoes fall into place. See who lands. Whoever lands and kind of go from there. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting offseason, man. The Knicks got it done. Let's see what the field has to say about it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for checking in. It's been a good basketball season. World Cup is coming. Football season's coming back. But we still got a hell of a basketball offseason to look forward to. So we'll keep you posted on that, man. Look forward to it. It's a casual check-in, man. I appreciate y'all. See you.